My name is David Shone. I'm the farm manager here at Benson Farm in Paris, Kentucky. Well, Mr. Benson, obviously he's from New Orleans. He owned the New Orleans Saints and the New Orleans Pelicans. He was an entrepreneur. He basically a self-made man. He started off working in car dealerships, and he ended up owning quite a few car dealerships, and he ended up owning the Saints and the Pelicans in New Orleans. 5 years ago, the Bensons, they had some horses. So they started a racing stable, and in their first crop they had some good luck and got two horses that ran in the Kentucky Derby. They had Mo Tom and Tom's Ready, and both of them were lucky enough to get to the Kentucky Derby. So they came to Kentucky with their crew from New Orleans for the week, and I think Mrs. Benson kind of fell in love with the idea of having a horse farm in Kentucky. We do everything here from breeding the mares to get them in foal, foaling the mares, raising the baby until they're weaned, get the mare back in foal, and then we start preparing the yearlings to go to the sale in September or in the fall, and then sent off to get broken if we keep them to race. Mrs. Benson really loves the fact that she's got a horse farm in Kentucky. She can get away from New Orleans, come up here for a break and just enjoy the setting here. And it's kind of peaceful out here, and I think she kind of likes that as well, you know. And then obviously you come to a horse farm, there's mares and foals running around outside. It just makes everything picturesque, and it's kind of fun place for them to come to. So Mrs. Benson at present owns 12 mares of her own, and that means we've got 12 mares. We will have 10 babies this year. We've got 9 yearlings this year. We have some stallions now standing in Louisiana that we're going to support with mares that we breed in Louisiana, and then we'll race those horses. They'll become Louisiana breds, and we'll race those. We foal about 20 mares every year. We're going to breed about 30, 35, and we prep 10 to 15 yearlings typically every year. The farm is about 600 acres. About 400 acres of it is used for horses, and then we grow crops as well. We grow soybeans and we grow wheat, and we use the straw from the wheat to bed our horses and stuff like that. We bought Margaret Reay in January sale a few years ago, and we bought her in foal to California Chrome. I mean, I really like the fact she was a stakes place, graded stakes place, pioneer of the Nile mare. She was in foal to California Chrome, who Mr. Benson had got a real kick out of California Chrome, the fact that somebody could buy a horse that inexpensively and go on and do as well as California Chrome did. Also, California Chrome is a big, strong, robust horse, and we really thought the mating worked for Margaret Reay, who is a kind of a medium-sized and a bit more refined mare, so we really liked that. So we had a filly by California Chrome, was her first foal, went on. She's actually won recently at Turfway, and she's racing now. And then we bred her back to Uncle Mo, because I'm a big fan of Uncle Mo. Mrs. Benson and GMB had great success with Uncle Mo before, with Mo Tom. We really liked the filly. She was born in March. When she really stood out was when we started getting her ready for the sales in the summertime of her yearling year. So as we're prepping our horses for the sale, they do quite a lot of exercise. We hand walk them, and that's when you start to see which ones can do better than others. We get our horses and we walk them around the farm, and every morning we walk for about 3 miles. It took her a little while to get into it, but once she started going, there was nobody else could keep up with her. She just had length of stride and just that athleticism. She just put her head down and walk, and the other yearlings couldn't keep up with her, and we're like, you know, she looks like she's got something where she could be okay. It's an expensive sport to get involved in if you're doing it on your own, you know, and if you spend a lot of money, get involved on your own and you have a bad experience, you're not going to come back to it. Whereas if you get involved with something like MyRacehorse, it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. You're going to see what goes on, you're going to learn about it, and then if you want to come back and invest at a bigger level on your own, you're more educated, you're going to make better decisions, you're going to know people already who can advise you and point you in the right direction, you know. So I think to get people involved and get people started in the business, it's great, you know. I mean, how else are you going to get a chance to get involved with a horse that's going to win the Derby and the Breeders' Cup? You know, it's great.